Alright guys, welcome to the second part of the tutorial video series where we'll be teaching you free DJ course because we are awesome. Okay, so that was very silly of me. Alright, so let's get into the second part of the video, guys. So far we have discussed about the DJ, the basic DJ setup, what exactly it is, two CD players and a mixer, and the audio signals are routed using VI, the RCA cables, and once you connect it in the appropriate channel which you want it to be connected in, all these, we have these five different knobs, and all these four knobs are very common, and even in your very basic DJ setup for home setup or something like that, like DJ 400s or SB3 or RB, and all of those very lower versions of the controllers. You have all those knobs in your controllers. Now one more important thing before we go is very simple. This might sound silly, but anything which rotates left or right is called as a knob, KNOBS, knobs, and or a knob, KNOB, and anything which goes up and down, it's called as a fader, or if it moves left and right or up and down, then it's called a fader. So these are called volume faders, this is the tempo fader, and this is the crossfader. And now let's see. Basically, like we have already discussed before, this is your volume fader. So basically, if you put punching the sound volume completely up, for suppose I'm pushing this completely up, this is the highest volume of that song. And if you still feel that the song has very low volume to it, then we use this trim or gain to push it. Alright, so next, what do we have over here? This is called the volume faders, and these are the equalizer, this is the trim and gain, and this is the color effect. So in the last tutorial video, I don't think I explained it properly. So basically all these knobs over here are predefined, we can't change it, but this over here can be changed. Basically we can choose between these four over here. Right now we have filter, noise, dub, echo, pitch. We might also in an actual mixer, in an independent mixer, we might have more too, called jet, and I think that's about it. There's supposed to be one more, sweep. Yes, sweep, jet and sweep. Those two are missing, but it's almost, you don't really use all of those effects over there. The most heavily used effect is filter. The second is dub, echo, and third I think might be jet. If I had that option, I would have been using jet or sweep. And the least used option, but at least by far for me, is pitch. I don't really use pitch. Noise is also, I don't really use noise, but it's basically like the names itself. If I just on this noise, and if I just rotate this knob, it generates white noise or a pink noise. This is sort of like the very irritating ambient sound, or the static sound, which you can call it. It's basically white noise, but yeah. So that also, we have that option to use that. Anyways, so these are called the this can be changed. This on color effects. I'm just going to off this and put it back to filter. Filter is the main used. Okay, all right. So next, volume faders, and then also, like I said before, so these are all the volume mixers, volume and the mixer channels. All this information is again routed to your master column over here, which is this. So what happens over here is basically whatever you're mixing, you're doing, like if you're changing between two different songs. Okay, the song is ended. Let me just play this song. Start. Alright, so if I am changing between these two to this two song, that is what is happening, and all that information is being sent to your master volume over here. So right now, okay, this song also fucking ended. Yeah, so there are two different songs right now. So see, so whatever the information which is supposed to be sent, the appropriate information will be sent to your master, and that you can that or whatever you're doing over here is sent to your master. That means you're sending it to your main speakers. That is what your audience is listening to. So if you might mess up over here while doing the transition, that means the audience will also know that you have actually been messing up something over here. That's very simple as that. And then we have something called booth monitors. In the same master column, we might again have something called booth monitors. Basically, booth monitors is So very simplest and the easiest way to tell you is whenever if you see an actual DJ performing anywhere, so he's usually standing little behind the speakers, far behind the speakers, or behind the speakers, or the speakers are situated somewhere far in front of him, basically standing behind the speaker. That's the bottom line. And when he's doing that, the DJ might not be able to hear what exactly is playing out outside, even though he might know what he's doing over here, but he might not it's not always it's, most of the DJs don't really want to always wear the headphones and listen to everything what they're doing on their headphones, so they might choose to not do that, because it also affects your ears if you're constantly listening your headphones, and your ears starts to pain. So to protect ourselves from the ear damage and everything, we might choose to listen in the loudspeakers or the speakers outside. So when the main speakers are so far behind, we might not really know what is happening in the mix, if the mix is actually sounding good, or if it's just because you're standing behind the speakers, even though you are messing up the mix, it might sound good. We'll never know. So that's the reason why we have something called booth monitors. We have 2 speakers or 1 speaker which will be facing towards us in the booth, DJ booth, or wherever you're standing. That is known as, wherever you're performing on standing, that is known as the DJ booth. And that is where you have 1 or 2 speakers facing towards you, so that you hear what exactly is being played out as well. So all this information which is being done on the mixer is also sent to your master and to your booth separately. All the information is sent separately. So if your master volume, if you completely cut the master volume, you might still be able to hear it in all the whatever you're doing. If the song is playing out, you might still be able to hear it in both monitors. And if you cut the booth monitors completely, so whatever you're doing, whatever the song is playing, you might still hear it in the master. So all the information is sent in the 2 directions, master and booth. So they are both independent. They don't really, if you cut out the master, that doesn't mean it will not play in the booth monitors if you have connected a booth monitors or something like that. So if you cut out in the booth monitor volume, if I cut out booth monitor completely, but you're still able to hear me, that is because, again, they are both very independently connected. Like the information is sent independently. It doesn't go to master and then come to booth. It goes to master and booth together. So that is where your booth monitor comes in handy when you're performing, and if someone wants to come and talk. If you might just have a speaker over there, why do you need to control a volume knob just to control that speakers? You can just on and off the control or whatever that is. So that is given over here so that it makes our lives easier, because if someone wants to come and talk to us, or if you have to announce something in the mic or something, if you have to use a mic to announce something, at that point of time, to avoid those feedback issues, if you use a mic in front of a speaker, you have that annoying T feedback or the V feedback, like this noise which we have over here. Oh, sorry, the song is playing. Yeah, so this, not exactly this, but it has some sort of a feedback which comes in. So to avoid that, we cut the booth monitors and then talk, so that the feedback doesn't come, and we can easily control. If once we are done with using a mic, we can just get the volume up. And these are only for our reference while mixing. So that is why these speakers are only for our reference while speaking, and that is why we have a booth monitor knob to control those volumes, because we can't always go behind the speaker and then again cut the volume, and then oh my god, so sorry. Yeah, and then we can if we can continue our work. So that is not something which we ideally have to do. So that is why we have a booth monitor. Remember, all the information is being sent independently. If you cut the master volume completely, if I cut the master volume now, this audio might go mute. So I'm not cutting it. And the booth monitor also, if I cut the booth monitor, because booth monitor is not connected anywhere, I can just go on or on, or increase and decrease and show you nothing exactly is happening. But if I connect a speaker over here, a booth monitor, and then do this up and down, the volume will be like, the speaker will be blasting and then going down. So basically it's controlling the volume of it. Alright, and now let's get into the headphones part of it. So if you want to pre-listen a song, like basically if you want to pre-listen a particular channel, not song, okay, if you want to pre-listen a channel, then we on that channel's headphones queue. Basically in olden mixers, it used to come as PFL or PFL, yeah, mostly, or pre-queue or pre-listen, or basically nowadays it's basically called as queue. So let's just go with the queue option. So basically, if you want to listen to channel 1 in my earphones without it playing, if a song is playing, how do you know if a song is playing? Right now, see, 2 is the one which is giving us the background music, and 4 is something where the song is actually playing, but it's not playing outside, it's just playing. You can see the signals coming in. That means there's a song playing in channel 4. If you want to listen to what's playing in channel 4, then you'll on this queue. Now if I'm owning this queue, okay, I'm able to hear it in my headphones. Let me just go like this. So I'm able to hear it in my headphones, and this song as well, whatever the information is coming this channel, I'm able to hear this as well. And as soon as I off this, I might not hear that song anymore. But again, I might hear that song again if I start pushing the volume of this song. Suppose if channel 1, if I start pushing the volume of this song, I might be able to hear it, and as well as you also will be able to hear it, because this is all the information is going into the master. And if you see below master also, then the master column also we have a queue. So there is a master queue. So whatever is happening in the master, whatever like the song which is background music which is playing on, all that information is being sent to master, right? So all that can also be heard on your headphones. So what I do usually while mixing, while performing, or while doing anything on my DJ console, is I make sure my master queue is always on, so that I know what exactly is playing in the main speakers. And then if I want to cue in the next song, suppose if I want to play, suppose channel okay, so let's just assume that channel 4 is actually playing outside, and I want to select the channel 1 song, and I want to play a song in channel 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to on this channel 1 over here, and I'm going to press play, and then I'm going to press play, and I'm able to hear both the songs in my headphones, and I will do the necessary things which I have to do, like beat matching and everything. And then once the beat matching is done and when the timing is right, I'll just change this, I'll off this queue, and when I'm ready to change the song again, I'll just do this up and down. Very simple, right? So that is what basically these headphones cues are used for, like to pre-listen the song, to beat match to songs, to know when you want to start the song, when you want to finish the song, and all of those important things which we have to do as a DJ can be done. Alright, and then I'm just gonna pull this down. Alright, so all those things, for that we have the headphones queue options, and we listen whatever you on it, like this master queue is on right now. So I'm able to hear what I'm talking, and then I'm also able to hear the background music which I'm playing over here. And also it's quite getting boring right now, the background music though. And then again we have knobs over here, which is called as headphones knobs, this is very important section of the whole video right now. Basically what it means is how do I say this simply? So the queue is the channel queue. What do we mean by channel queue is this: all these 4 channels are called as channel queue, and this one column is called as master queue. So we have queue and master queue. So if I on this master queue right now, I'm able to hear the master in my earphones, and if I on the channel 1 right now, so and if I play a song, I'm able to hear channel 1 as well. So I'm able to hear both the songs. This is channel 2, and this is the master channel, and this is the deck 1, the channel 1, and I'm able to hear both the songs right now, because this is at the center of the this mixing knob, is this headphones knob is at the center. But as I keep going to the master side, what happens is the master which is there, the master song which is being played in my earphones or the headphones, will get more brighter, will sound more louder, and the channel 1 song which is being played in my headphones will actually go behind, might sound very low. And if I get it back again to the left side, now the channel Q, if I'm going to the left side towards the channel Q, the channel Q will be louder, and the master volume will be very low to listen to. It will be very in very less decibel volumes. So for that reasons, we always keep this in the center. Now you can use this accordingly depending on how you want it. So for example, like I said previously, not all songs will have the same audio or decibel units while listening. So if you want one song to sound a little higher in your headphones while beat matching, or if you want to listen to another song, if you want one song to shine brighter or to be heard louder in your headphones, we can use this. So be very careful while using this. If suppose you might have on the Q channels on your channels, but if you're not able to hear that song, even there are 2 reasons. If you want to listen to channel 1, you first on the channel Q, and if you're not able to hear it in your channel, there are 2 reasons why you might not be able to hear it. The first thing is, first check if there's any volume meter, if any signals are coming in. Right now no signals are coming, that is why I'm not able to hear anything in my ear headphones right now. As soon as I press play, there is something coming in right now, the signals are coming in, but still I'm not able to hear it in my headphones. That is because the mixing knob or the headphones knob which is there, it is at master. So it is completely at master. It's not even at the center or between the Q and master. It's at the completely to the master side of the knob. So I'm not able to hear the channel cue. But as soon as I get this up in the center, and you can experiment this with your own controllers if you have it, and you might see that as you bring it back in, you might be able to hear this song coming in. Now I'm able to hear both the songs, but I'm going to the left side. If I'm going to the completely to the left, to the channel cue side, only the channel 1 is I'm able to hear. I'm not able to hear the master, which is the background noise which is playing right now. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in the center. Even this knob has a lock at the 12 o'clock center point, so that it knows that you are in the neutral position of master cue and channel cue. And this is basically the headphones volume, like simple level is like basic level, like we have this level and all, right? So this is the level of the the headphones. So that is the headphone section of the song. And then we have in the mixer, we have these beat effects. So we have so many freaking beat effects. So here, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, almost 14, close to 14 beat effects on this mixer we have. In the latest mixers, we have a little bit more options, up to like 18 or something, 18 or 20, up to 20 different beat effects options. We have, if you go into the software, we have like various beat effect options. But again, the most commonly used beat effect options are reverb, echo, trance, flanger, delay, mute delay. All of those are the most commonly used effects. But to know about, we'll be discussing all that effects, the concept of all those knobs, and all we'll be discussing later on into the almost to the end of the concepts of the classes, because that is not really required. But just to know how you have to use it, how we can use it, I'm just going to show you an example of how we can use it. Let me just change the song first. It's getting quite boring. Alright, so I've loaded another song over here, and I'm going to press play and push the volume in. Right, so this is a song which is playing right now, okay? And I hope I'm audible. Alright, so, and I want to use echo, let's use reverb on this. So first thing we can see right now, the effect which is being played, or which is being under use, it's not exactly on, but it is on the selection part, is an empty delay. That is basically mute delay. So what I can do is I have to change it to reverb. So locate the reverb, it's over here. So I shift the knob to reverb, and it shows reverb, and it shows the amount of percentage. Now amount of percentage can be changed using these knobs, left or right. I just keep it as 50% is basic enough. And now the appropriate channel. So right now channel 4 is where our music is coming in from, that is the audio signals where we want to use the effects on. So I don't know if you can see over here on the screen, this is CH1, it's showing us CH1. That means that is channel 1. We want it to be on channel 4, so we can choose over here. So that means we have mic 3, 1, 2 and 4, and MST is master. So, and we have something called SP, which only this mixer has, that is basically sampler. We don't really use sampler, so we'll not focus on that. So I have to shift it to channel 4, 1 and 4. Once you shift this knob to channel 4, the appropriate channel where you want the effect to come in on that particular song, after choosing the right effect, we on this. When this is blinking, this means the effect is activated, but it is not yet, the amount of that effect has not yet been on, because it is at 0. This minimum is like 0, the level or the depth of that effect. But if you observe, as I'm bringing this in, it gives that roomy feeling to this. It's created that roomy feeling. Boom. And as I'm going back towards again the minimum, the originality of the song is back again. And if I change it to a trance is basically the cut. It's like 1 beat cut. So if I on this, every 1 beat will be missing. Okay, I'll first see. Right now, if it is off, and if I try to do this, nothing is going to work. Even no amount of level or depth, if I activate or try to rotate the knob, it's not going to work. Only when you on this and then use this, every 1 beat is missing over here. Now if I want it to be half a beat, I can choose between, it's like 1 over here, right? If I just press to the left side, it's half a beat now. And let's just go back to the audio. And then this is the trance effect, which is coming in and just like cutting half a beat. you can cut up to 1/32. So let's just keep going and check. This is 1/4, 1/8, 16, 16. Okay, 16th is the last on this. It sort of gives you like the robotic feeling, especially if you're using it on some instruments or vocal part of the song. It gives you that nice robotic feeling. See, and as I'm keep increasing it, so again, this has a knob at 12 o'clock at the center. That is to indicate that is like, it's pretty good average amount you have used. Don't probably go more than that. So if you go more than that, what happens is it's like you won't really enjoy that effect. See, right now if I go completely, it's completely to the max. It says distorted. It doesn't really feel much. But as I'm coming back into the center, at least this feels a little lot better. And let me just go to 1/2 is a better option. So let's just go to the back. So this is the 1/2 at maximum level of effect on. As I'm keep going back in, it sounds to get much more better. As I'm going back to minimum, and it's gone completely. And I off this, the beat effect is completely off. So if I do this, nothing is going to work. If I accidentally rotate the knob while mixing, or if my hand touches and then the knobs rotate, it's still not going to be activated. Alright, now again we have simple as echo. Basically, we know what echo is. Echo. So most of the DJs use this for the transition sometimes. But again, also we have how many beats if you want to put it, like half a beat, 3/4. Also we have in this, we have 3/4 and half 1/4 and blah blah blah, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 is the last. So that is basically 8 beats of effects if you want to put it in. Alright, so those are the effects knobs, and you have the simple mic options over here, which has been left out. Basically I'm using mic 1 and the talkover is on. That means whatever, if I'm talking over the music, it ducks the music or the particular channel in the whatever which being used. And mic 1 and 2, and we have again, this mic also has its own equalizer for both the mic. It's only one equalizer setting which we have. So right now in this we only have high and lows. We don't have mids, but usually in higher mixers, an actual DJM 900 or something like that actually has a high, mid and low for the mic as well. So right now we have covered almost all the knobs and buttons on the mixer, and the next tutorial video will be talking about the CDJ parts. And the CDJ parts are pretty, what do you call this? It's pretty. Most of the buttons are pretty self-explanatory, and if you've already been using all these, if you're already using a DJ controller before, and if you already know what is what, then this sort of all these tutorials might sound a little boring for you. But make sure you keep watching our videos and make sure you are subscribed to our channel, because as we keep progressing, we'll be getting into the more important parts, various important parts like the song structures, how to counter beats and how to beat match, how to transition songs of different BPM, how to do this transition songs between different genres, if that is what really is your type of mixing situation, then yeah. And then there are a lot of different things, where you want to start a song, where you want to drop a song, and etc. So thank you for watching our video so far, and make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe. And if you have any queries or if you have any doubts, you can comment down below and I'll try to answer your questions. And if you're looking forward to learning DJing as particularly from us, you can always enroll to our online DJ classes, and we can go carry on from that. It's we charge on per class basis, not the whole course base. For every student we create a different course depending on how much knowledge he has, and then we go into that. Alright, so yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and comment down below what you think of our videos, and thank you. Take care. Bye bye.